at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you're gone. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram. So anybody can come on if they want. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I got the computer working. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Sri Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Beats by
Krishna, Hare
SV.com.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your
Krishna,
tracks today.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Beats by SV.com.
One more. Hare Krishna.
Beats by SV.com.
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus,
Purchase
Srila
your tracks today.
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus,
Beats
Srila
by
Prabhupada.
SV.com.
Nityananda Gaura, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Nityananda Gaura.
Purchase your tracks today.
Nityananda Gaura, Nityananda Gaura, Nityananda.
Beats by
Nityananda, Nityananda Gaura. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Beats
Rama
by
Rama,
SV.
Hare Hare. Hare Hare. All right, let's chant a little japa. If anybody wants to come on, they can.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. There she is. I get the association of a Vrajavasi. All right. The mother of Krishna is here. The beloved of Krishna. Now we're going to look into Krishna's mouth and see everything. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. You can put your mic on if you want. Let everybody see Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya.
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu
Shri
Sri
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu,
Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta
Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Sri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Prabhu
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Sri
Chaitanya,
Ajay Takatadara Sri Vas Mati
Krishna
Gura Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Shri Krishna
Sri Advaita
Chaitanya,
Gadadara Sri Vas Mati Gura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Hare
Sri Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Hare
Sri
Krishna,
Advaita
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Jaya
Krishna
Sri
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Prabhu
Hare Krishna,
Nityananda
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri
Hare
Vas
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Good morning,
Good morning.
I like that word. Good morning, everyone. See, isn't it funny? Everyone. It's all in the words, man. You know, it's all in Krishna. Krishna's in everything. Or Chaitanya once said, he said, the meaning of every word is Krishna. Everyone. There's only one. The Lord and his devotees. Great secret. Yeah, Lalita was reading this one verse. I'm going to read it again and see what happens. One day, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 8th chapter, 32. One day, Krishna was playing with his small playmates, including Balaram and other sons of the Gopas. All his friends came together and lodged a complaint to Mother Yashoda. Mother, they submitted, Krishna has eaten earth. Upon hearing this from Krishna's playmate, Mother Yashoda, who was always full of anxiety over Krishna's welfare, picked Krishna up with her hands to look into his mouth. Picked Krishna up with her hands to look into Krishna's mouth and chastise him. Her eyes fearful, she spoke to her son as follows. Dear Krishna, why are you so restless that you have eaten dirt in a solitary place? This complaint has been lodged against you by your playmates, including your elder brother, Balaram. How is this? Lord Krishna replied, my dear mother, I have never eaten dirt. All my friends complaining against me are liars. If you think they are being truthful, you can directly look into my mouth and examine it. Mother Yashoda challenged Krishna. If you have not eaten earth, then open your mouth wide. When challenged by his mother in this way, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda, to exhibit pastimes like a human child, opened his mouth. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is full in all opulences, did not disturb his mother's parental affection, his opulence was automatically displayed. For Krishna's opulence is never lost at any stage, but is manifest at the proper time. When Krishna opened his mouth wide, by the order of Mother Yashoda, she saw within his mouth all moving and non-moving entities, outer space, in all the directions, along with the mountains, islands, oceans, the surface of the earth, the blowing wind, fire, the moon, and the stars. She saw the planetary systems, water, light, the air, the sky, and creation by transformation of ahankara. She also saw the senses, the mind, sense perception, and the three qualities, goodness, passion, and ignorance. She saw the time allotted for the living entities. She saw natural instinct and the reactions of karma. She saw desires and different varieties of bodies, moving and non-moving. Seeing all these aspects of the cosmic manifestation along with herself, Vrindavan Dham, she became doubtful and fearful of her son's nature. This is so deep and so amazing, man. You know, this is why I love Krishna consciousness. You understand the truth will set you free, man. Yeah. You know, this is why, Jesus said, I have more to tell you, but you just can't bear it. That's this kind of stuff. See? So this is, when they say the second coming, it's already came. Second coming is Lord Caitanya. You're not going to learn any more about everything than you're going to learn from this path, and this connection. It's all in these books. It's all in these Vedas are the mouth of Krishna. See? And so the mouth of Krishna is manifest only through his devotees. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with this loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding. See, and that understanding is you can see, Mother Yashoda did what? She picked up the book. Well, she picked up Krishna. See? She picked up Krishna to look into his mouth. Get it? She picked up Krishna to look into his mouth. What did she see? Bhagavad Gita, the three modes of nature. How else are you going to see? Nobody sees. Ask anybody on the street. Do you see the three modes? Well, what's that? The three modes of nature. Oh, I see. You didn't look into Krishna's mouth. Oh, the three modes of nature. Yeah. And you go to a Rhythmic. Did you see the three modes of nature? Yeah. I see. I read it in the book. Yeah. Yeah, but do you really see it? Not yet. See, it comes through Mother Yashoda was qualified to pick up the book, to look into the mouth, and she saw and saw, not see and not see. That's why you see, the real Vedic truths have to be heard, spoken. You take by the action, see, all of this in the mouth. I pick up the book, the mouth of Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 1, man, right in there. I look into the mouth of Krishna and I see all these teachings, all these truths. Yes, by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. See, speaking the book Bhagavat. See, the mouth, because they're loving devotees like Mother Yashoda. She was qualified to pick up Krishna. See? Yeah, by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat. See? Then the mellows of devotion are transferred into those who are hearing from such devotees. See, that loving devotion is so important because then you're qualified to pick up Krishna and look into his mouth also. Otherwise not. Go ask anybody in the street. Oh yeah, do you know about three modes of nature? 99.9% of the people on the street in Playa Karma in every city that you're in will say, what's that? Oh, I see, you never picked up Krishna yet. You don't have the power to do that. Well, no, that's why they still don't pick up Krishna. They don't have the power to do that. But how do you get the power? By Guru, right? By the real Guru, by the loving ecstatic devotee, the real confidential associate of Lord Caitanya. Whoa, then you get the power. How do you think? Why do you think Lalita keeps saying, my Guru, my Guru, I could never have picked up Krishna like this, right? So anybody say, well, I don't need to, yeah. Okay, you know about them? Oh, yes, I'm a Rhythmic. I've studied all Prabhupada. Okay, then explain them. Who's under the modes of nature? Yeah. Oh, by the way, what is our position here? Oh, you guys are crazy. Oh, I see. You really understand the mode. You haven't transcended the modes of nature. You're not that versed. You're not, surrender unto me and give up all varieties of religion. You're not the verse. You're not the verse. Transcend all the modes of nature by surrender to me. You don't know who that Krishna is. You're just talking. This is what Krishna says. They're all liars. They can't help it. I'm not against liars. What am I going to do? Everybody's a liar until you come through the gate, man, through the narrow gate that Jesus was talking about. The narrow gate is the devotee. He said, oh yeah, only the Father knows the Son and the Son knows the Father. See? And actually now in the deeper understanding is only if you're the father or mother of Krishna. And you can pick up Krishna and look into his mouth. Okay? And then the Son can reveal the Father to whom he chooses. See, these verses come to life when you come here. Nobody understands. Christians don't understand. It's like this. Go ahead.
But she could only pick up Krishna because of her deep relationship with him. He allowed her to pick him up in that way, to have this closeness. He revealed himself to her.
Yeah, he was forced to. He couldn't. There's nothing he could do. When a devotee loves him, automatically all his opulence are released. There's nothing he can do. That's why he's so careful. Unless you come the right way, you're not going to get Krishna. You got to come through the door. He ain't going to let anybody pick him up, man. Only if you follow the process. That's why, anybody here even, or what, you don't want to follow the process. Well, sorry, you can't pick up our Krishna. All you can see is to the extent of your understanding. But if you want to know everything, you have to come in the real line. This is all confidential. This is all secret. This is all esoteric. This is all mystical. What did Krishna say? In Bhagavad Gita, my devotional activities are very confidential. Oh, you're not envious of me, Arjuna, and you're my disciple and my friend, my devotee. Oh, therefore I'll tell you these confidential things. And because you could see people come here, if they're not devotees yet, they don't see the value of what we're doing and understand the real path. They can't understand, even though we're speaking. Right? They're outsiders. They're right here. Their bodies are right there. Their minds are right here. Of course, speculating like crazy, thinking they know everything about bhakti, but they can't enter in because they don't listen, and there's no room for the word to go inside. See, no room for the real Krishna to be revealed. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Where's Govinda? I hope maybe he departed for Goloka.
Everybody's looking for him.
Yeah. Maybe he has disappeared and reappeared in Goloka.
It happened before that we couldn't find him.
Oh, it did? It happened before?
It happened before that he had no connection, or he was with friends somewhere in the country or something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It could be somewhere where there's no. Yeah, he goes in places where there's nothing. Well, whatever it is, man, he's found the jewel. He's got the treasure. Even if he departed, man, he's a wealthy person. Man. Where there's, he's the kind of guy you could say, like Jesus said, people go, oh, Jesus, you're going to die. Oh, he says, don't weep for me. Weep for yourself and your sons and your daughters who are in your line. Don't weep for me. I'm already with the Father. That's a Govinda, man. That's a Lalita. That's a Johan. That's a, practically everybody here. You guys are saved, man. In practical, you demonstrate being saved. Unless people listen to you, they won't even understand the value. They won't understand these truths. They have to hear from you, to hear, to enter in. See, you went in the door, and now you're the shepherd of the sheep who really want to know God. Otherwise, without your help, they will stay on the outside. What can be done? So we continue to teach, we continue to share, and everything is in the mouth of Krishna. Everything is in there, and automatically those who are meant to come, they come. You notice one by one, new people are coming, and they come in, they like it, they know inside it's like, yeah, this is what I'm kind of looking for. Then they got to go through the process, right? We got to process them. Just like you go in the army, man. You go in, they process you, man. They test you and they take your temperatures, and you got to go through. Then you go to boot camp. We processing you into Vrindavan, my friends. You're getting, you want to. Uncle Sam wants you. Yeah, Krishna wants you over there in Vrindavan, but you got to be processed. You got to go through the process. Oh, there's some envy there, jealousies, and we'll process. You just stay here and we'll wash you. We'll put you in a shower, and just turn on the spigot. Yeah, Govinda's an adventurer. Yeah. Lord Krishna, my dear mother, I have never eaten dirt. All my friends are complaining against me are liars. If you think they're being truthful, you can directly look into my mouth and examine it. See, it's like acting like the mundane people. no, don't go over here. Don't listen to the devotees. See, and because if you look into the mouth of Krishna from the devotees, you're going to see everything as it is. You're going to learn about all these things that you are unaware of. This is the only process. This is the only way. See, and that's why Krishna says, they're all liars. Yeah, they're all liars. Everybody say, oh, don't go here to Gaur Haridas and listen. See, and I could say, well, they're just lying to you, just kind of keep you away from the treasure. What are you going to do? If you believe them, no, you're not worthy of the kingdom, I guess. And that Krishna knows in your heart. I mean, he'd like to give everything. His mercy is equal opportunity for everyone. Hey, man, Klaus Schwab, you can come here and listen. Bill Gates, Acharya Dev, any of the gurus, they can come here and listen and look into the mouth of Krishna. We'll prove it. They'll get realizations they never had before, just like the devotees here. Look at Johan. He went 25 years trying to look into the mouth of Krishna, try to pick Krishna up, right? He tried to pick up the book, kept trying to look in the mouth, couldn't see until he came here, right? Till he followed the process. See, something in him said, this is where I need to be, to pick up Krishna and look into his mouth. 25 years. What about, look at Janaki, also reading the books and following the process, chanting 16 rounds and everything. Couldn't still, trying to pick up Krishna, see, trying to pick up the book. You Rhythmics should be a little humbled here by this. If anybody's ready to hear it, well, most may, when they're ready to hear, you'll hear the message. I'll try to be as nice as possible. I've made a vow. I'm going to be as nice as possible to communicate with everybody, the gurus included. I'm going to be as nice as possible. Not mean I'm going to be perfectly nice, but nice as possible. Without being outright mean. Without compromise, I'll be as nice as possible without compromise.
With lots of compassion, because they come in class and then they say, work now, samadhi first, and then they disappear because
they're afraid of the answer. See, they have to look into the mouth of Krishna and learn about all kinds of work. See, they only understand the work from the external bhakti. See, they have to hear more, these confidential messages. We teach about, you can work with your spiritual body. When you chant Hare Krishna and ecstatic love awakens, now you're also working, but on the supreme platform, just like Lord Caitanya, Nityananda, and their followers. They just went around chanting and working for Krishna, saving souls. Because anybody gets attracted, then you become qualified to look into the mouth of Krishna and understand everything. Otherwise, you're not qualified. You see, you hear like from ministers or sannyasis or even gurus, but if they haven't got the power to pick up Krishna, see, because of ecstatic prema, love of God, whatever you want to go, love of Christ, pick up Krishna in the book, pick up the Bible even, and look into the mouth of the Lord, you won't understand, because that's the process. That's why most people have to have a bona fide spiritual master. And then the argument comes, well, who's your real spiritual master? Well, I didn't really have one, but you know what? When I picked up the Bible, ecstatic love awoke in my heart, obviously from a past life, because I looked in there and all the verses just revealed themselves. It was like, wow, man. I saw them as the truth that there was in there. And the same thing with Prabhupada's book. I pick up Krishna, see in the book, wow, man, I can relate to this, man. I feel those feelings too, the nectar devotion. Wow, I never read a book that I was showing what I was experiencing. See, from obviously another life. See, and that's why you can see it wouldn't be no different for you guys, because you followed the path. You didn't have it before, or maybe you had a little something, but now it's on fire, man. And so you if you pass from body and someone else says, I need a teacher down there, and Krishna sends you here, immediately as soon as you pick up Krishna, the truths in this book, the confidential truths will be revealed, and you'll be very ecstatic. Your love will reawaken and ignite, just like it did with me. See, but most aren't like that. So you can't imitate this. You can't speculate your way. You got to listen to an experienced devotee. It's the only way. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. If you try to climb into the kingdom of God some other way, you'll be thrown out. You have to go through the empowered, the anointed ones in the Christian lingo. You know, I've been anointed by the Spirit. That verse in the Bible, Jesus just quoted, said, yeah, I can relate to that verse. Yeah, that verse is in me, man. I'm in that verse, and that verse is in me. He could look into that verse in the Bible. He picked up God, Krishna in the Bible. It said, I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord to free the captives and preach the good news to the poor. See, free the captives. I pick up the verse, say the same thing, man. I look at the verse, I said, yeah, I've been anointed. Why? But the proof is, look, I'm freeing a lot of people here. I've been anointed. I've got that spirit, that blessed spirit. See, to free the captives. Look at you guys. You have captivated in many ways by Maya. Look at you becoming free, or many free already. And now you hear the good news, and some people just come, all right, I just want to hear. Fanny comes, she gets the good news, right? Oh, I don't need to go, don't I have to untie me through envies and jealousies and all that stuff I'm bound with, No, just give me the good news. Okay, to the poor in spirit, you're not spirited, spirited means, I don't know, you fight with guru and you fight with the devotees and all that still, you criticize them and all that. See, I've still got to free you guys a little bit, those who are like that. The salty ones. But don't worry, you hang in there, we'll free you, man. Don't worry. See, you see, the verse has to become real. Realize. What do you think? Realize. See, realize, realization, and realize, the eyes of devotion. It's all Krishna. Every word means Krishna. It's all about Krishna because everything's inside him. The only thing is we got to be inside him. We already are, but he's got to be inside us. That love of God, that devotion. And then pick up Krishna. Check it out, man. What do you want to know about Krishna? Where do you want to go today? Well, I think I want to go to Vrindavan, like Lalita. She doesn't seem to want to come out of Vrindavan. She keeps picking up Krishna and looking into Vrindavan. You notice that? It's great. You want a view of Vrindavan? Just come listen to Lalita. She's always picking up Krishna and she's just looking into the realm of Vrindavan and sharing that with others. See, that's Lord Caitanya's way. He would pick up Krishna, pick up the name even. You pick up the name. Hare Krishna. You take it up. You pick it up. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, you look into Vrindavan publicly. There you go. That's Lord Caitanya's mood. Why do you think he was called magnanimous and munificent? Most teachers before that, and even now, don't chant the name. They say, chant the name, but no feeling for it. No, just chant the name. Don't show anything. Don't show the tears and all that. Well, that ain't the. I mean, come on. Let's. I want the full goods, man. Give me all the goods. That's the way I am. See, you pick up the name. But if you pick up the name, you got. Let's see. Where's the qualified people picking up the name? Those are the ones that are the mother Yashodas. She picked up Krishna because she had devotion, right? She was never 2 fingers too short. She could bind Krishna that way. This is the kind of Krishna. I tell you, man. You come here, you're going to get the most valuable treasure in the world. If you come here and you get processed. Don't get processed by Maya. You'll become like the cheese they have. That Velveeta. You come here, you get processed, you become a fine cheddar. You ever had Velveeta, that processed cheese? It's fake, man. They put plastic in it and all kinds of stuff. See, but fine cheddar right from the cow, man. Man, do we have fun picking up Krishna every day, huh? I love it, man. Isn't this the life? to be able to pick up. It's a simple life. We just pick up Krishna, and look in his mouth and see if he's been eating dirt. Let's check it out. Has he been eating dirt or what? No, this ain't dirt. This is all divine. Yeah, they're all liars out there. Krishna always speaks the truth. Even when he's lying, he's speaking the truth. Figure that out. Krishna told Arjuna. Arjuna was, sometimes he said, Krishna, you're always full of paradoxes. And Krishna laughed. He says, yeah, that's my nature. Full of paradoxes. See, when you become a devotee, you can resolve all that stuff. Government cheese, yeah. Oh yeah, I was reading here. Mother Yashoda challenged Krishna, if you have not eaten earth, then open your mouth wide. When challenged by his mother in this way, Krishna, the son of Mara and Yashoda, to exhibit pastimes like a human child, opened his mouth. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is full of opulences, did not disturb his mother's parental affection, his opulence was automatically displayed. For Krishna's opulence is never lost at any stage, but is manifest at the proper time. See, the same love. You notice we have the same intimate love. Look at Lalita, doesn't she? She's also seeing all these things, these opulences of Krishna, but her love is still the same, isn't it? Oh, she's a princess in Vrindavan. See, that's its style. So you got to become the book. You got to be the living representation of that book here. See, you could see. Oh, what does this verse look like? Oh, it's Lalita. That's who this verse looks like. Or any devotee like that. When you get Vrindavan connection, you're like the residents there. Then you read the book and you look at the devotee and you see, oh, Vrindavan Dham. I see. The Vrindavan Dham. This is the moving Vrindavan Dham. You want to understand, you got to look at the living devotee as the living book here. Otherwise, you can't. You will never know these secrets. If you don't have the power to pick up Krishna, that means if you don't have the loving devotion of Mother Yashoda, you cannot pick up Krishna. Then you have to go through a bona fide spiritual master, not just one that is trying to be or is speculating that they are because maybe because Prabhupada needs somebody that can. Okay, well, fine, but you're still not the high class, the high quality spiritual master. You have to have that authentic loving devotion called prema bhakti, and then whoever wants to know what's inside Krishna's mouth, like even the simple Bhagavad Gita, has to hear from you. Otherwise, it will just be one of the Rhythmics. So I don't need anything but Prabhupada's books. Yeah, did you get the devotion or bhakti? No, well, it's not about that, and whatever they speculate. You'll just be like that. Or you go listen to people like that and think you're going to get into the kingdom. Well, not right away. Maybe in some lifetimes, but not right away. Or you go to a guru. I have to speak like this because how can I compromise? How can I preach if I don't show where the way is? The way is the devotee. And you got to see where, a non-devotee can't get you in there. This is only for the eager people. Those who really want to give up. The way to get into Vrindavan, you have to give up everything. Everything is not like what you think. You got to give up all your speculations and the speculations of teachers even. If a teacher's speculation is in the way of getting into Vrindavan, which is the truth, the real full out, blown out truth as it is. And when you listen to that devotee and you're ready for it, man, you see this person's speaking truth, man. Man, I could never ask, can anybody here honestly say you understood, and even Lalita to this extent of this passage? You cannot until you come through the door. And so that's why you see you have to be very eager to go to Vrindavan. And you come here, you'll get eager because you'll hear things that everything that Jesus said and more is understood here. Jesus said the past prophets, were desiring to hear what you're hearing, but could not. It wasn't revealed until now. Same thing now. I don't care if people don't believe it or think I'm arrogant or it, but that's the truth. Nobody, you can prove it. You've never heard these pastimes like this. Even in the past, they wanted to hear what you're hearing, but they couldn't. Because this is special mercy of Lord Caitanya upon us all. That's why I'm here every day. Every day, multiple times. I want to hear I want to see what's inside Krishna's mouth. Is very interesting, isn't it? Fascinating. Freddie says, you had an awakening from another life, and in this life, the book was enough to awaken you again. How does an awakened devotee know whether he or she needs a shiksha or not? Well, yeah, that's the thing. Go ahead there, Lily. You say.
I think you know it on your own desire. Because if you're awakened and you know something, you want to know more automatically.
Yeah.
And you are an exception. For you, you are not like you have been chosen to do this. That's very clear. For us, we had a drop some here, some other devotees had something, but you've got to water this seed. You've got to grow, and you feel that you need it. You're searching for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-evident. Like, first of all, like for me, when I picked up the Bible, immediately I saw what I never saw before. To this date, like all the way up from that life until I was 20 years old, I saw when I picked up Krishna in the form of the Bible, God in the form of the Bible, looked at these verses, and I saw and I understood it was like a deja vu, and understanding what I couldn't understand until I picked up Krishna and looked into his mouth and through the Bible. It goes for all the scriptures. And so the way, if you're not like that, and you'll know, because you pick up the book, but you don't get that. I mean, I was like revelations and like, wow, one wow after another, wow. If that's not like your experience, obviously you need some help. That's why the idea of the parampara. So, and now when you listen to the devotee, you start to get like what the devotee got from just picking up the book. See? And you get opened up, you become awakened, you're born again, you're spiritually reborn, and then you can pick up the book. You see, that's what happens here. This is the experience of devotees. See? So how do you know? Well, it's self-evident. If you're like still a non-devotee because devotion hasn't awakened in you, pure love of prema, this prema, then you pick up the book and it's just kind of, well, it's kind of nice and you intellectually get it, but it's nothing right extraordinary. See, if it's like that, then you need the help to be awakened. You must be born again to enter the kingdom. Okay? Enter the kingdom. Look into Krishna's mouth in the Vedas. This is the kingdom of God, my friends. Everything here that's absolutely true is in the Vedas. Of course, because of editings and all that stuff, you never know. There might be some interpolations, but Krishna helps those devotees, like he did Advaita. Advaita came through some interpolations, people sticking in because of material motivations in the disciplic line, which happens even in our line. They change the books, and they, for their like benefit, they change the verses to compromise to get some following or something. Advaita was like, God, something's not feeling right with this verse. It's not feeling right with this verse. I don't know. And he was really feeling, devotees don't like this. They like conclusive, and there's something wrong. What is wrong? Is there something wrong with me? What is it? And so, Krishna knew, and he'd come in dreams. And so, oh yeah, this is what this because of party policies, and politics in the Sampradaya and all that. There was some pollution in there, and therefore they twisted the verse a little bit. Here's the real meaning. You can look. This is all explained in there. This is my experience. Krishna does this for you. What do you think I'm preaching? And I say, oh well, wait a second here. This is a little Vaidhi mixed in with the pure thing. We go back into the word for word and try to figure it out a little bit. Krishna helps. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I had, I was not a ISKCON devotee. I was not enough. I just did some deity worship, helped Lady Madhava a little bit, and that was attractive because I did it in a spontaneous way. So but when I tried to read, to be honest, it was boring. It was boring. Really, I'm really honest. You made it really attractive for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just words on a page until your heart is awakened. Yeah, you get the inheritance comes through the Lord's representative. This is a treasure. It's like, people, they get wealth from their family, and they get riches, usually material riches or wealth or big houses and all of this. But here you become part of this family, and the treasure is the Lord himself. This is the greatest treasure of all. This is what the elites can't get unless they come here. This is a very rare place to get this treasure here. And you guys are the witnesses for it, and that's how it'll spread. People see, my God, this is real treasure here. You come here, we'll show you and teach you and all this of what real treasure is, how to discern what is spiritual opulence, which is the greatest opulence of the Lord is binding that Lord, that Mother Yashoda bound because of devotion. Otherwise, you'll always be 2 fingers too short. You gotta learn how to bind them. That's why people have problems here still if they're not understanding Guru Tattva. You want to understand, they're trying to figure it out on their own. That'll just be a big lesson for you. No, by surrendering to Guru's word, when you realize, oh, I'm gonna get this awakening through following the process, and you really treasure the teaching of Guru Tattva, and not speculate on trying to get it some other way. Like we have some that are trying to figure it out. Well, let's see, let me figure this out. They're in their minds, in the space. They're floating still. Let me figure this out like this and that, and no, you figure it out. You hear from Guru, man. You hear the real path and you follow it, and then you figure it out. It's figured out for you already. And you just pick up the treasure, and you pick up Krishna, and then you go and taste, and you just eat to your heart's content. Like now I'm at a point chanting. I just pick up the name of Krishna. Just pick it up, man, and just chant. Just taste and just eat. Don't bother talking to it. Just eat that name, man. Taste that name. It's all in there. Everything. Because I feel that way too, because I've always been so attached to holy books without being exposed to it through teaching. I can feel the potency, but when hearing it through your teaching, I can now understand it more as well as feel the potency. Yeah, exactly. See, a lot of people, they're attracted. Why? That's why people are coming to Prabhupada in his books, because they feel there's something there. See? But they can't quite understand what's there. But yet they're like, yeah, that's in here, it's in there. And they speculate on all these things, but still, their potency's there, but they don't understand until you come to this stage and you follow the process that they can't quite understand. I can understand it more as well as feel the potency. Your ability to understand these scriptures is absolutely amazing and blows my mind. Well, because You got to be like a resident of Vrindavan who picks up Krishna, because of a devotion, and because of that devotion, that prema, then you see what's really in there, and you tell others what's in there. Your friends, people come and believe in these words, then they can understand also and become awakened. This is the only process, practical process. You guys are the first fruits, and this really works. This really delivers people out of illusion. This is demonstratable. This is why this is the Lord's flag is planted firmly on the ground here, in the ground. See, we grounded it, man. It's flag of Radha and Krishna are planted firmly while we're here, and this is being preached. Man, the door is open to the spiritual world. That's why, it was open when Lord Caitanya was here, and for a while, when the devotees planted it, and basically planting means preaching it, and to at least a few people, where people are getting it, like we're preaching it. Not everybody's getting it, but some are, and some are on the periphery, and then, gradually. You don't think this is purifying the universe? The whole universe is an illusion, man. Unless you got prema, you cannot look into the mouth of Krishna. Krishna will not reveal himself to this extent. You'll look without following the process or having prema, the demigods will be attractive, and you'll be thinking, oh yeah, this is everything. It's in them. It's in the spirits. It's in the channelings. It's in the big vase up in the sky. See? You won't understand these deep truths until you follow the process. Yeah, this is a narrow gate, man. This same teaching that all liberated souls, truly liberated on a very deep level, teach. It's always universal, that teaching. And there's no other way to get into the kingdoms like that except by going through the real doors. The real rare devotees that are here opening that door for the world. See, it's open to them, and that's Guru is out of mercy of Guru. They open it for the world. Whoever wants to come can come and listen. If there's room for this word, you can enter into the kingdom. Vrindavan, you want to go to Vrindavan? Well, that's what, that's our home, isn't it? Nice home. I like it. Lita likes that whole place. She shares that place with others. See, that's Lord Chaitanya's mercy coming through the devotees. See, that's proof. She's not trying to keep it away. And look at all these people give her trouble. Somebody, still out of mercy, keeps giving it out. Okay? They're just babies. They don't understand. They're all crybabies, Democrats. What? Cry. Shamasundari. Great. Oh, yeah. Read on a little bit more. When Krishna opened his mouth wide by the order of Mother Yashoda, she saw within his mouth all moving and non-moving entities. How else can we realize that everything's in Krishna until you pick Krishna up, pick up his book? Well, you can't realize that everything is in the Lord. If everything's in the Lord, you go neutral on everything. Oh, Carl Schwab is in the Lord. Oh, no problem. Bill Gates. Boy, I hated him before, right? I hate these people. I hate them. Look, he's doing it. Oh, yeah, but you pick up all living entities, even Carl Schwab, the one I hated, is inside him. You go neutral on that. You're not really attracted, and you're not repulsed. See? Why? Because you picked up Krishna, you're qualified. Or you listen to a devotee and become qualified. Otherwise, what are you going to do? You're in the Maya. See, in the Maya is, let's get out. I'm not going to hate Klaus Schwab. I hate Bill Gates. Or you're going to be Bill Gates or Klaus Schwab and think, I hate these people. What is it they want? They want to be so free and I want to control them. And so the fight goes on. Why? Because they're not in Krishna. They don't see themselves in the Lord. See, Mother Yashoda, what did she see? She even saw herself inside there. Okay? There's no other way to get this knowledge except by hearing from the devotee who's in that, who has the simple qualification of devotion to pick up this book. See, pick up Krishna and look in his mouth. See, isn't that? See, his mouth is everything that's inside. All these revelations. To those who worship Krishna, see, Krishna with loving ecstasy, okay, I give them the understanding. See, what's inside you can understand. See, I give them the real knowledge, the real essence of knowledge. See? See? So if most people don't have this prema, then therefore the only real alternative, I mean, if you really want to get into the kingdom, quick, in this life, is to hear attentively from a realized devotee. Very rare do they speak, even if they're real. Look at Prabhupada. He realized all these things, put it in his books. Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod also. But then they spoke the other levels. Rules, regulations, build temples, ceremonies, distribute books. And then when they leave, what happens? Then the painting, Sankirtan comes. See, it gets more diminished because people need the shiksha. They need, when you're ready to move on, here we are. Or ready to move deeper. That's the really deeper in the understanding. Otherwise, you're on the periphery. You're just on the outside. You want to come inside? Well, come look into Krishna's mouth, man. See, what does Krishna say when you're in chapter 1 of Adi Lila? When you're ready to be delivered, you meet the bona fide spiritual master. Krishna comes as spiritual master. Their mouth is Krishna's mouth, the inspired word of God. You think it's just a bunch of words or the truth when you find the situation? That's surrender, man. You got to meet such an intimate devotee that's really surrendered. They've actualized it. It's actually their life. And when you listen to them, it's like listening to God, literally. Sorry, but that's the truth. If it's not, you haven't found the real guru, man. You haven't found the real process. That's the relationship I'm here to teach about. You want that kind of intimacy with God where he uses your mouth? You use his mouth to preach? You think this belongs to me? Or my body belongs to myself? That's illusion if I'm thinking like that. Yeah, all these things are revealed. You can come and learn all these things. You want intimacy with God? That's the way it is, man. That's why you don't go in the door. You don't get this kind of thing. You got to go in the door. You know? You don't get that. You'll always be 2 fingers too short, and you will not get control of Krishna. You will not be able to. He's independent. Oh, you don't come in the way that I preach through my devotee, my real devotees. You don't get in. Simple. You can't go through a Rhythmic. You can't go through a living guru that's not alive in this very deep bhakti yet. No prema, no entrance. Just how it is. You want, how much desire do you want to enter Vrindavan? Are you ready to give up everything in the way? Okay. And it's not that hard. All you have to do is come here and listen and learn. Listen and learn. You don't have to tell anybody what you do. Just come here and listen and learn. You know, Maya's always trying to trick you out of coming here. Tricking everybody. Oh yeah, your mother will say, don't go there, or your father, or your friends, or your compatriots in all these religious organizations. Oh no, don't go to Gore. He's crazy. He's this and that. Don't go. Don't go. But if your heart says to go, they're trying to trick you. You can just try and go and listen and come here and be liberated and find out if this is truth. Come and look into Krishna's mouth and see if you're not seeing that something you never saw before or never could see before. Just come check it out. We're here to get as many people into the kingdom as we can while we're here. Test these words. Test and see if I'm just bullshitting and a blubbering idiot. Come and see if we're crazy or if this is the height of sanity, true sanity, and true spiritual understanding. Toddlers, they still live in Disneyland. Exactly. Disneyland, it's for more children. They're toddlers. Vrindavan is the reality. It's the Garden of Eden, man. Explain. There's not just God and Adam and Eve there. How boring that would be. Could you imagine? There's just God and those two people, right? That's it. God and Adam and Eve. No. Vrindavan's full of flowers and colors and various devotees and devotional relations. Just like here in the world, people have different relations, but they're kind of boring because they're not alive yet. They're just kind of looking at bodily relations, between material bodies and material mindsets, materially, it's just dead bodies dancing in this world. Basically, they're not alive yet. They think they're their body. They think they're their material thoughts. It's all material. It's all Maya, man, or the material feel. Oh, I just love this body. I was watching this news thing that came across my desk here on Facebook. My husband died, and we went to Mexico on a vacation, and everything was beautiful, and everything is wonderful, and I love my husband, and that was just so wonderful. Obviously she doesn't know anything about that. I could tell, and then on news, they went to a vacation, and the husband went down and got into the husband was a real scrapper, a real guy drinking. I'm going to have another drink, in the bar, and they're drinking, and anything can happen. You're in Maya, right? And drinking, and then so got in a fight there, the guy got strangled by, the guy he's fighting with, and there's a big thing, and nobody knows, well, what happened? Well, it's called illusion, man. You think that this is all in all, your big family, you went on vacation. I see people, they come here and they go and sit in a bar all day, think they're having fun. And the big loud noise and all that. No, God knows anything can happen in that environment, man. Just you're in the Maya and the minds, the loud music, boom, boom. And they think this is fun, man. And they're we were ready to go home. My husband said, I'm going to have another drink, get more drunk, and then, this thing happened. And everybody, this is so dead. See, that's all they know. That's all they know. Now, if they were actual devotees, they would never have that kind of situation. Why would you be in a bar getting drunk like that? And then you go out and everybody thinks, oh, you're so terrible. Well, it's because this is what Maya does. She's ready to cut us down at any moment. Ready to trip us up. That's, when you're in the darkness, what do? You stumble over this and that, right? You not see, you're blind. Everybody's blind. Why? Because they don't have the power to pick up God in the Bible and the Vedas. So the only alternative is when they're ready is they'll come and they'll listen to a representative who does pick up Krishna and does look in Krishna's mouth and sees. There's no other alternative, no other real path. This goes for whether you're a Christian or a Vaishnava or whatever you are. You could be American Indian. If the American Indian has this kind of understanding, because they love that great spirit, man. They chant too, kind of like Vaishnavas. If the Lord says, "Oh, this person's sincere, man. I'm going to awaken in their heart, man. Look, he's chanting my name. Great spirit, great spirit, great spirit, man." And the Lord awakens in their heart, and He shows them all these. Oh, you're the great spirit. Oh, we're little spirits. Oh, I'm here to serve you. Oh, I'm always going to look to you. See, higher self, all this stuff, man. Wow, you give me the power to do this and to overcome this. And oh, wow. See, that's true. Yeah. See what else we can get out of this. See, Krishna opened his mouth wide. See, wide. See, wide. Ooh, look. Wow, that's pretty wide. Wow, man, I'll never come to the end of this book. When I come to the end of this section of the book, or this chapter, this is like one chapter, huh? In the totality. Then I get the Bhagavad Gita, that book up. Oh, wow, it's so wide. I see the three modes of nature in there. I see devotional service. I see impersonalism in there. See, Eckhart Tolle can't see that. See, Eckhart Tolle is only looking at the book of Buddhism or stuff like that, and oneness. See, they're looking at only can look in this. See, the Vedas are very wide. The Lord opens his mouth very wide, shows you more than. See, impersonalist doesn't know the value of a devotee and devotion and all that stuff. They think, oh, we just know you're not your story, and it's all about oneness, one energy, and basically Brahman. Realize, see, but see, in Krishna is everything. Everything. The Mayavadis are in him. That's why I don't hate Mayavadis. It's just they're limited by their realization. They can only open the book so far. They don't open the Krishna. They don't. A lot of them, most of them don't. Well, I'd say practically all of them. They don't believe in the real Krishna, or they don't believe in Krishna. They only believe in, there are even devotees who they believe in Krishna, but inconclusively. So they still don't. They haven't been able to pick up the book very well. There's devotees. They pick up the Krishna's name and they look inside, but all they see is impersonalism. See? Because they don't have this kind of level of prema. See, they pick up the book and see. Oh, impersonal. God is impersonal. See, so they're not really. See, you have to have prema. Prema is this love for Krishna. You got to follow the process. See, we're following. When you come to Guru, a real Guru here in our real line with Lord Caitanya, you're getting the teachings that Lord Caitanya gave 550 years ago to get into this kingdom. You must have the association of his associates, the devotees. Matter of fact, let's look into the book. Let's pick up Krishna here, just for a minute. We're going to look at Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya. We're going to look in Krishna's mouth here. See, Krishna's mouth is his devotees, right? See, pretty logical. See, chapter 4, glorification of Krishna's, the glorification of Lord Chaitanya's devotees. See, this is an important subject in the book of Krishna, right? That's why the Lord came here in the form of a devotee as Lord Caitanya and his devotees to open this book so that we can go very deep into the truth. Okay? So, opening, see, looking in Krishna's mouth, what do we got here? See, the splendid path of pure devotional service, which bewildered the great sages of the past, which material intelligence has no power to enter, which Sukadev Goswami was not able to understand. Remember what I said? Even the great sages of the past, with desiring to understand what you're understanding now. See? But couldn't because it wasn't revealed. This is a more glorious time to be born than when Shukadev Goswami was here in Maharaj Parikshit. And that's just conclusive. Even the statement of the Vedas here. Because the devotees of Lord Caitanya are here. This is where we play. This is why the revelations and realizations are deeper. Because of the grace of who we're connected to. And which merciful Lord Krishna never revealed to his closest friend. That was Uddhava. The closest friend of Krishna was Uddhava. He didn't reveal this. That's why you see Uddhava, to understand somewhat of this, he had to go to Vrindavan. Krishna sent him to Vrindavan. Okay? Otherwise, Vrindavan was sealed, and the relationships, the deep, intimate ecstasy of those who could pick up Krishna and see all these things was not revealed, because unless you go and you pick up Krishna because of your prema, the extent of your prema, you cannot see the depth of Krishna. Even Uddhava couldn't see it. Then he goes to gurus. See, the gurus there was Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, all the residents who could see Krishna. They looked into his mouth. They could see because of their love, and their prema was so deep. And therefore he got entrance also. See, the closest friend. So this is the path. It's always the devotee, practically. Lord Caitanya came as a devotee so that we can look into his mouth and see everything. Yeah, that's why I say, I tried, well, let me just go to Jesus. I'll just look into his mouth, look through the Bible and through his, and all of a sudden I lost the perception that I got from Lord Caitanya. I was back and forth, I was comparing. Let's see, which one? And I realized, hands down, man, let me look in the mouth of Lord Caitanya, and I see Jesus there too. But when I looked only through the Bible, this is a lesson to you Christians, anybody who has ears here, you just look through Jesus and you can't see what you could see if you were looking at the shiksha you get from Lord Caitanya and this parampara. You would see how it's all included here. You ever see those packages, you go to Disneyland, and you get a ticket book and you pay this amount and you get this many tickets. Or wherever, you only get a certain amount, but you got to pay a big price for all the rides. Well, yeah, you want to understand everything about God and his kingdoms and all that stuff. Well, you got to get the big ticket book. Everything is in this ticket book. You get entrance onto all the rides. You'll get a ride of many lifetimes. You come here because this is where the full ticket book is. Get on entrance on all the rides in the universal creation and even in the spiritual world to an extent. And then when we drop the body, you go anywhere you want. You want that kind of freedom? You become even more than Narada Muni, because even Narada Muni couldn't understand what you're understanding here. Right? It wasn't revealed. All he did was hear the sages, great sages, and it was enough to, release him from the modes of nature. So he's looking at that book to that extent. And then he went on chanting for the rest of his life. And then he passed from the body like that. Went right. His spiritual body was already developed. And he got a vina and just went on developing that spiritual body forever. This grows, You think there's growth here, right? You don't think in spirit there's growth? The spirit also grows more, and we get to feel it here. That's when the white lotus of good fortune begins to open up more and more and more. Your spirit is growing. Now you know what real growth is. Most people haven't been born, you know? That's kind of the situation. They're not born. Their spirit body has not been born. They have a material body, see, but no awareness of the spirit body. Therefore, those who want to know, come here, man, you'll learn everything. We got a big book here. See, is the place where the dear devotees of Lord Gora happily enjoy pastimes. See, the dear devotees of Lord Gora. Are you a dear devotee? Just ask the question, anybody. Are you a dear devotee of Lord Gora? Well, how do you ascertain? Do you really like Lord Caitanya? Do you really relish his name? Do you love that God, Lord Caitanya? Do you love his pastimes? Do you love his name? Does love awaken, spontaneous love, when you chant his name or remember him? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Lily.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If he gives you his transcendental body, you must be a dear most devotee. Otherwise, he wouldn't give that.
Yeah, it's that taste. See, that's a dear devotee. See, the dearness is the reflection. Only the dear devotees of Lord Gore. See, people are thinking, oh, this devotee is dear to me. This devotee is dear to me. They're thinking that it has to do with Lord Caitanya. It does, but not to the depth and the understanding that most people realize. The person has to show that dearness, that the Lord is so dear to them that their symptoms of love manifest in their body. And this is the temple. This is how you learn about how to understand this subject matter. Do you want to know what Uddhava didn't know and that Shukadev Goswami didn't know? Well, you got to come here, because we prove that we have dear devotees of Lord Caitanya here. We prove that the Lord is manifest in their body. We prove it. We show it. The only reason is you haven't looked in this book. I'm just showing you what's in the book of the truth, the absolute truth. See, Lord Caitanya, I looked in the book, the verse, and Lord Caitanya showed me what I just said. He says, oh yeah, you devotees really love me, and you come to see me. See, this is a hidden truth, esoteric. Nobody understands this unless, you're a dear devotee. The Lord is very dear to you. Oh yeah, you really love me. You come and see me. Oh, I'm going to give you my transcendental body, and you can sell it to anybody in this world. Whoever, you can sell it to them. And when I speak this verse, the materialistic Vaishnavas who think they know everything about Krishna say, yes, see, he's into money. He's into selling Krishna. This can't be the truth. It's a lie. See, they're lying. They can't help it. Everybody's lying unless you realize it. So I explain it. Think about a good salesman. A good salesman, a real one who really loves their craft. They're not into selling for the money, really. They like to just convince people to get them on board with their product. See, that's how I sell Krishna. I just want people to get on board with the product I come here to sell in this world. If I got money for it, okay, fine. I'll put it in Bitcoin. No problem, By the way, kind of time for commercial. Commercial here. There you go. Anybody that wants to contribute can, it's transfer-wise there. Anybody's been, thinking that they'd like to make a contribution and wondering how to do it and are inspired to do it, great. Otherwise, I'll just sell you Krishna, no problem, man. Just get you on board, and just for the sake of putting another peacock feather in Krishna's cap. You know how they put people a feather in their caps? What do you think that meaning of the pastime is? We're here to put more feathers in Krishna's cap. And you're that feather. More peacocks. So you get you to dance. Peacocks dance? That's you. That once you get the spirit, and you're going to dance. Look at Lalita. She's dancing all over the place, man. She's a feather in Krishna's cap. Look at Johan. Another feather, man. Look at Janaki. Look Look at all of you, so many Amy's, and your feathers, and we just keep. I like to put these feathers. I want to make a nice headdress for Krishna. You know, like the American Indians, they have all these feathers. See, all these feathers of all these things they've conquered. You know, all these scalps. We're gonna get all these scalps. We're gonna go out and scalp everybody, man. Put their head in Krishna's. You know, put them on Krishna. You know the garland of skulls around Shiva? He's got all these garlands of skulls. These are all these dead people that he's resurrected. You know, see, they're in him. You know, these are dead people, man. He brings them alive. Those are, you know, that's people are just dead in this world, man. But they're like a garland around Shiva, man. Now they're alive in him. We're all alive in the Lord and the Lord's devotees, man. It's a true life, true liberty, true sovereignty, true happiness, true love, true purification, true auspiciousness. A truly fabulous life. And on that, I think I will end my discourse. Not for today, for a few hours. And whoever else is inspired, Lolita. Now, yeah, like if I don't give the 30-minute notice, then just go on, anybody. Okay, so you don't see it, oh, that's time, because 30, 40 minutes, 50 an hour, no problem. But when they get the 30-minute notice, then you know that I'm going to come on soon, hopefully. Sometimes. But yeah, so it's like that. So yeah, that was great. You went on. You just, you didn't get 30, just go on. Whatever time that is. No 30-minute, just go on if you feel inspired. Okay, that goes for everybody. Just jump in there, man, and just open that book. So many are qualified. See, proof that this is the real path. That I'm not cheating you or lying to you. You come here and you're getting the ability to pick up Krishna and look in the book and sing his glory. See? So we're doing the honest thing. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, and we will be back. Can't wait already. I just want to rest the voice a little bit. It's like a fighter, comes out in the ring, fights it, and then after the bell rings, ding, they go into the corner, they drink the water, they put the towel around them, ready for the next round. Get ready for the next round. Oh, wait, the Fanny song. The Fanny song. Can't forget that.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Hari-bo, Hari-bo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Hari-bo, Hari-bo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Hari-bo, Hari-bo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of His name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He has come to taste and give away the sweetness of His brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of His name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Yashamati Nandana, Brajapadanagara. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jehovah Adonai, Yahweh Jesus Christ. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Rajajana Palana, Asura Kurana Shana. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Al-Rahim Al-Malik, Al-Muhaymin As-Salam. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Shirata Vallabha, Vrindavanatapa. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Ram Heshat El Shaddai, Eloi HaElohim. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol.